Hello again, I'm back. Now I'm back. So guys, during first lesson today we have learned some vocabulary words and phrases about organization and organizational structures, and now we will continue to learn some more specific words, and then we can do some exercises about it. The first thing that came up into my mind and I want to share with you, I have seen in many companies in Turkey that they use as a position name something like sales responsible. It is actually not correct grammatically and also in HR perspective, human resources perspective, because responsible, it is adjective. And the position name cannot be adjective. Position name should be a noun. So instead of sales responsible, probably the companies should be using sales specialist or sales associate or something with a noun, because the position name should be with noun. We can use responsible sometimes in the name of the title, but in the situation like this, if, for example, the finance department manager quits the job and we cannot find new manager for 1 month or 2 months, this period maybe one person, another person is responsible for finance department, and in this case we can use finance responsible. So maybe the person is the manager of a unit, and we will use slash finance department responsible or something like this. So when it is not the main function, main job of the person, and we ask for some limited amount of time, limited period, a person to do something, in this situation we will use responsible, but not generally. It cannot be the name of the position. Okay. I would like to ask you if you have seen the same situation in Turkish companies, maybe at your companies where you work. Maybe also your positions are something like this, blah, 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 responsible. Please write them in comments, and from time to time I will look at your comments and to see if we have something interesting related to this topic. So let's be clear. For every position in the company, we need to use a noun form, okay? For example, we cannot say engineering responsible. Directly, we will say engineer. Or if the person is with a lot of knowledge and high expertise, we will say leading engineer. We will say senior engineer or specialist, okay? Next thing that I want to share with you is job description. Probably a lot of you understand it, but anyways, I will write it. Job description is a document which describes your job. It includes your responsibilities and it also includes your duties. Okay? In most of the companies where you work, probably you have job descriptions, and this is #1 document that every HR department should prepare for each position. Okay? Let me give you an example with this word phrase. Every employee should have a clear job description. We have short words for job description as well, and we say JD. So everyone in the company should know very well what the person's job is and what the person's responsibilities are. Okay? Then within job description, we have something like job function. Job function, it means why do we need this job, what this job should bring to the company. I will give you an example from my last job. My job function at a bank was I worked in a bank in human resources department for 4 years, and my job function was recruitment and selection of employees. So this was the function of the job, to recruit people and to select them for different positions. Something a little bit smaller than job function, we have job duties. Job duties are more detailed. We can say duties, we can also say tasks. They have kind of similar meaning. Actually, task can be more specific than duty, to be honest. My job duties at Justenglish, let's say, include preparing lessons and materials, conducting lessons, checking exams, and so on, okay? Okay, I will write one more, evaluating. So these are my main duties at my current job at Justenglish. So I'm responsible for preparing some materials, preparing lessons, conducting lessons, then doing some tests and exams with students, checking these exams, and evaluating the students who was good and who was not good during the term or during the course. Next thing that I would like to describe to you is a word called subordinate. Subordinate is used to describe a person who you are manager of. So people working under your function are subordinates. Let me open the presentation again for you, and we can find here, we can see very clearly. For example, Michelle, Timothy, and Jason are subordinates of finance team department manager or finance team manager. Okay, so finance team manager has 3 subordinates. 3 people work under direct supervision of finance team manager. I had 5 subordinates at my last job. So I was manager of these 5 people. Now, if we want to use a verb to describe opposite situation with this, we will use the verb report to. So report to is used to describe who is your manager. For example, I will give you a sentence like this. I report to teachers coordinator. So my direct supervisor is teacher's coordinator, and I will use report to like this in a sentence. I report to teacher's coordinator. It means teacher's coordinator is my boss, my manager. Next word that I would like to describe to you is, we have talked a little bit about it, but let's use it in a sentence. Task. So task is more specific than job duties. I said my job duties are preparing lessons, materials, and etc. etc. just English. Now I can say that my task for tomorrow is to prepare TOEFL lesson for our live lesson. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock I have a TOEFL lesson live on our YouTube, Facebook and Twitter channels, and my task today is to prepare this lesson for tomorrow. Okay? Next thing that I would like to teach you is mission, vision, goal, and objective. A lot of people make mistakes with this. Not only the students, but also people working at some companies, they really don't understand the difference between these things. First, let's talk about vision. Vision is how a company sees its future sometime later. For example, I can say that the vision of my organization, my company, is to be the most successful English teaching center in 2025. Okay? So this is vision, how the company sees its future. Now, as for the mission, mission is described and written program, planned actions, how we can achieve vision. So if we want to be the most successful, and this is our vision, now we need to have some kind of plan, how we can achieve this, how we can become the most successful, and this will be our mission, planned actions which will make us reach and achieve our vision. Okay. I will give you an example of a different company about mission, and it is something like this. I have used American Association of School Libraries mission, and I will copy their mission for you. The mission of the library media program is to ensure that students and staff are effective users of ideas and information. Okay, so this mission is how the company wants to achieve its vision. Okay? Now let's talk about the next one. The next one that I would like to describe to you is objectives. Let me write it to you. Objectives and goals. Two words I will describe together. Objectives and goals, they are very commonly mistaken and used in different situations incorrectly. But we need to say that goals are a little bit broader than objectives. Okay? And these are specific actions that you need to do in order to achieve your vision. So if mission is something very big, goals and objectives are smaller parts of it, okay? For example, if our mission if our vision is to be the most successful English teaching institution in 2025, maybe our mission is to have a lot of new students, and our objective will be to get 1,000 new students every year, okay? This can be our objective, and our goal, it can also look very similar to our objectives, but when we are talking about goals, usually there is one thing that we need to keep in mind. Goals should be very specific. There should be time in goal, and there should be some quantity, how we can check it. For example, if I say I want to be very successful, this is not a goal for the company. But if we say that I want to have 100 students in 2 months, this becomes a goal, because in 2 months I can check, have I achieved it or I have not achieved it. So there is not a big difference between goal and objective. They can be used in the similar way. That's why I will try to copy the same example for you. Okay. Leila, vision is how we see our future. Mission is what we need to do to achieve this vision. For example, my vision is, I will say, personal example. Maybe it will be easier for you to understand. My vision is that I will be the best teacher, let's say, in 2025. The teacher of the year, okay? Then mission should be what I need to do to achieve this. Maybe I need to improve my knowledge of English, and I need to do some other things, maybe take some courses, get a certificate of something. This is together a mission, while goals or objectives will be more specific things. For example, I need to take a CELTA certificate in 1 year, for example, okay? I hope I made it a little bit clearer for you. I think I have explained most of the words that I wanted to explain to you, and now we can move to some exercises. We have a unit like this, and in this picture you see organizational structure. And in this organizational structure you see middle management, what we have already discussed. Then we see senior management. Then on top of that we see managing director. Managing director, it's one person who is managing this senior manager. So it's like CEO, or we can also say president. It can be president. Then we have board of directors. Board of directors is something like people who advise to this company. They don't work daily in the company, but they only decide maybe the program or big things for the company. Here we have names of some of the departments that probably all of you know. Marketing department, public relations, informational technology, or short form for it is IT, personal or human resources, or short form will be HR, finance department, production department, research and development, or short form is R&D. If you don't know the meaning of any of them, please write in comments. Okay, good. Here we have got the organizational structure of Philips. I think all of you know the company Philips, and we have their structure. Board of management we have already seen, and here we have one extra thing that we have not discussed. It is supervisory board, group management committee. Supervisory board, it is a group of people who are chosen from different departments, maybe some department directors of very important departments, and they do some supervisory meetings, and they provide supervisory plan for the company. These are not different people. This supervisory group, they also have their normal functions, okay? Maybe in supervisory board we can have COO, Chief Operation Officer, or we can have the department HR department manager in this supervisory board, okay? People who have one function, they are responsible for something, but at the same time they are chosen in a group as the most important functions heads. Here in this exercise we have got some of the sectors that Philips is in, and I want you to complete the gaps with the words from this box. So first sector we see Philips Business Electronics, and here they have digital video communicating systems, speech processing, and one more thing. Which one do you think should go here? Faxes, mobile computing products, X-ray equipment, hair dryers, or lamps? I'm waiting for your comments. Which one do you think should go here? I think you can see it better now. Let's try to increase a little bit more. Okay, good. So far we have three different answers from three students. Actually, two of them can be correct, but mobile computing products is already used here. Philips Consumer Electronics. So the correct answer for Philips Business Electronics would be faxes. Then we have Philips components, and in this sector they have display components, general system components. Next sector they have Philips consumer electronics. Here they have videos, digital videos, DVDs, internet, digital TV, blah blah blah, mobile phones and mobile computing products. Next one we have Philips domestic appliances and personal care. Domestic appliances, these are the things that we use at home. Here they include personal care, like shavers, something, and sun care, and domestic appliances like vacuum cleaners, food processors, blenders, and coffee makers. Which one do you think we need here, guys? Lamps, hair dryers, or X-ray equipment? I'm waiting for your comments. Yes, all of you are correct. Here we need hair dryers. Irina, I don't understand your comment about CEO or COO. What exactly do you mean with your question? Probably my streaming is coming a little bit late to you, and this question was related to a different topic, I guess. Please write more specific question and I will answer, of course. Next sector, they have Philips lighting, and in the lightings they have these products. Lightning electronics gear and what else? X-ray equipment or lamps? Which one do you think should be in lighting department? Okay, as I see from your comments, everybody thinks that we need lamp here, and you are absolutely correct. Next sector, they have Philips medical systems, and they have here ultrasound, and we have only one left, X-ray equipment, and of course it will go here. The last sector that they have is Philips semiconductors, and here they have telecom terminals, emerging business, for example, Trimedia. Yes, guys, you are correct. X-ray equipment is used here. I don't know how to explain X-ray equipment in Turkish to you, so I think it will be better to show you a photo. This kind of thing is X-ray equipment. Here, you can see very well. So when somebody does X-ray equipment, then you see something like this. You see a photo like this. Doctors use this thing. Okay, let's move to next exercise that we have for today. There are some good vocabulary that I would like to teach you today. Innovation, the meaning of it is the introduction of a new idea. Probably you understand. Do you know what is patent, guys? Number 2. Which description we should match with a patent? Okay, Irina, before I finish lesson, I will explain it. I understand your question. Omer and Muharrem think that we need the H, and you are correct. A patent is the right to make or sell an invention. So if you have patent, this document, nobody can sell this except your company. Next one, we have diversification. What do you think is the meaning for diversification? Oh, okay, Leila. Patent is same in Turkish. Good. I learned one new word in Turkish. Patent. I will use it in my daily speech. So for diversification, I see two answers so far. Muharrem again and avocado. They think diversification is F, making different types of products. Yes, you are correct. This is correct definition of diversification. What about a range? What do you think is a range? Maybe you know this word from mathematics or statistics if you learned at school or university. Mathematics and statistics in English, you should know. What is it? We have answers from Irina, Murahem, and Omer. E, and it is correct. Range is a selection or series of something. Headquarters is very easy. Number 5. What do you think is headquarters, guys? I think the streaming is coming a little bit slow, and because I don't see your comments. Okay, I see comment from Irina, Omer, and Muramen again. B, and yes, it is true. Headquarters we call the main offices of a company. What about a location? Of course, all of you understand what is a location. Yes, Çiçek, Irina, Makinistmen, Muramen, Leila, and Omer, all of you are correct. Location is a place or address. Now we have two words left, a strategy and a policy. Let's talk about number 7, a strategy. Is it number A planned series of actions, or is it letter G, an agreed course of action? Everybody thinks number 7 is A, and yes, you are correct. A strategy is planned series of actions, and a policy is now letter G, an agreed course of action. Good job. You have done all of them correctly. I will teach you a little bit more, and then I will go to Irina's question. I wanted to teach these verbs to you because they are used at the companies a lot. Apply to somebody, it means when you go to someone for help. But if we use apply for something, it means when you want to start a job and you send your application. In this situation, we use apply for something. With benefit, which preposition do you think we need? Benefit, from, in, to, for, of, on. Which one? Benefit. Okay, we have different answers here, but the most correct one is Irina's answer, benefit from. I will give you an example like this. We will benefit from this program or from this project. What do you think about approve? Hussein, you are correct. For approve, we will use of. For example, I don't approve of your behavior, we can say. Result. Which one do we need for result? We can say result of, and we can also say another one, result in. So everyone is correct here. They have different meaning. For example, there was a explosion, let's say, and the explosion was result of electricity mistake, we can say, or we can say the opposite situation. Mistake in electricity resulted in explosion. Okay, so if we change subject and object, not subject and object, if we change reason and result, we will change also the preposition. So one form is result of something and another one is result in something. Believe, I think everyone understands. Believe in. Refer. Which one do we use for letter F? Refer, in, to, on. Yes, guys, you are correct. With refer, we will use to. For example, I go to some company and I'm interested in one type of business with them, and the first person that I see, the greeter, will say, for this information please refer to Mrs. Ayşe blah blah blah. Okay, so the person directed me to Ayşe. Succeed, I think, is easy. We use succeed in. Everybody knows this one, I'm not asking. What about belong? Which one do we use with belong? Okay, everyone is correct. For belong, we use to. Next one is depend, and we need on or to. Depend, to, depend on. Yep, everyone is correct. It depends on, for example, the situation depends on you, or the result of the situation depends on you, correct? With report, we can use two different prepositions. We can use report to somebody and report on something. Report to somebody we have already discussed during first lesson today. It means who is your manager, you report to that person. Report on something is like a document. You prepare a report on some topic or issue. It will be report on. Now let's go back to Irina's question and let me answer the question for Irina. CEO, COO, and CFO. I think I have used them in my example somewhere. Let me find it where I have used it in example. Here, our company has CEO, CFO, COO, and CIO. So CEO is Chief Executive Officer. It is a big boss who is responsible for the whole company, for everything. Big director. CFO is Chief Financial Officer. COO, we use Chief Operations Officer. So a person who is responsible for operational part of the company, and CIO is Chief Information Officer. Okay, I think it's clear now. I have noticed that I missed two words that I want to explain to you. Let me write these words for you. Staff or personnel, same meaning with personnel. These are all the employees who work at the company. Next word that I wanted to describe to you is employee. Employee is one person who works in the company. If we say staff, it means the group, everyone who works in the company. When we say employee, employee is one person. Maria is the best employee, most successful employee. One word also that we can use and has same meaning with staff and personnel is workforce. So workforce also means all people who work in the company. You're welcome, Irina, and I see another question from Irina. What's the difference between CEO and president? There is not a big difference. It just depends on the size of the company. Usually, we use president for very, very, very big companies. We don't use the word president for small companies. And CEO is more popular in modern times, we can say, than president. President, we can also use for country's president. Probably you know this meaning. And it can be used in companies sometimes. CEO or general director or executive director or president, all of these words can have the same meaning, not a big difference between them. This was everything that I wanted to do with you today, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and watch our videos on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. I want to tell you also that all the words that we discussed during vocabulary lessons will be also uploaded in the description of the videos. Somebody asked me yesterday this question and I wanted to give you information. And stay healthy and stay safe. Please wash your hands as many times as possible and try not to go out. Thank you very much for your lesson, and I will see maybe some of you tomorrow because I have a lesson tomorrow on TOEFL. Muharrem is asking which site. In YouTube videos, every day the videos are uploaded, and when you see my video, you click the description, and in the description will be the same file. Have a good day, guys. I need to finish now, and at 2 o'clock there is another lesson planned today. So if you want, you can also join it. Have a good day.